Guys, we're back. Another live, another day. News as a... But how are you all doing? Hey, Polly. Hey, Jess. Hey, Stu.
Hello, hello.
How are you all?
Doing good.
Doing good.
Stu, we have to do our beard check again.
Beard check.
Mine.
Mine's gone in reverse because I trimmed it. So it's really you who's got the new beard that we're all keeping a check on. Yeah, a while back, like a week ago.
Oh, you've broken the rules, Stu. You have to keep growing it.
I didn't get the memo.
Anyway, let's say hello to... We've got Sarah O'Halloran. Hey, Sarah. We've got Karen's in the house. We've got Joe and Johnson from London. We've got Marky Mark, who I can't remember where you're from, Marky Mark, but we hope you're well too. Thank you. We've got Francesco M up in Scotland. We've got Simon. Sarah wants to know, how are you all? First of all, let us know how you all are. In the UK, it's like the first weekend of lockdown. So we've made it through like a working week. We've now got the weekend. So I'm excited about relaxing because I've had a hard week at work, still working from home. We've got ESC Manga over in Turkey. We've got Oran in Ireland. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Hey, Marky Mark's in London as well. Jess, we've got a neighbour. So yeah, let us know how you are, guys. Sarah O'Halloran, you're always first in with a question, Sarah. You want to know who's excited about the online concerts coming soon?
Me.
Very excited.
Yeah, bring it on.
Let's be honest, anything Eurovision related right now, especially if it links to the artists and the songs from this year, is exciting. Guys, I've got a little topic for you tonight.
What's that?
Eurovision songs to make you feel good. Because it's the weekend to be celebrating. Eurovision songs to make you feel good. And everyone in the live chat, we want to know your Eurovision songs to make you feel good. And no ballads. These have to be party anthems. Bangers. What should we be listening to cheer us up? Your favourites. Jess, I'm going to come to you after we said hello to Serdian Gavrilovic. Hey, Serdian. How is things over in Serbia, I think? We've got Emo in London. Hey, Emo. Oh, it's our friend Jay Santos in Portugal. Hey, Jay Santos. And we've got Olympic in Croatia. Olympic, do let us know how things are going in Croatia, because obviously you had a really rubbish start to the week. Hope everyone is safe and well, and you are too. Jess, come on. Eurovision songs to make you feel good.
Well, for me, the ultimate feel-good song is Too Late for Love by John Lundvik. Doesn't get any more feel-good than that, in my opinion. And also a bit of Serhat as well. Why not? You know.
Stu, what's your Eurovision feel-good songs?
Well, I think a pretty obvious one would be Euphoria, because I mean it's a banger and it's got it's called Euphoria, so why not? Yeah, I mean, and then also from this year, Move by the Mamas, I think is a great song that's really uplifting, and it's got the energy to give you a bit of a boost if you need it. So yeah, those would be two that come to mind for me.
Right, Polly, and yours isn't allowed to be from Estonia, Polly.
No.
I'm putting you on the spot now. I'm putting you on the spot.
Well, I wasn't even going to say an Estonian song just to shock you. I'm going with my favourite ever Eurovision song, which is Hunter of Stars, Switzerland, 2014.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember how that one goes, but I just remember the whistling.
Yes. That's the one.
I just remember the whistling and nothing else.
I can't remember the tune. Sarah O'Halloran, your Eurovision feel-good song is Supergirl. Makes you feel good. You think Stefania's singing it about you. Listen to that all weekend, Sarah. I bet you're going to anyway, Sarah, but keep listening to it if it makes you feel good. Karen's Austria 2003. Jess, you're going to have to remind me what that one is.
It was called, it was by Alf Poyer.
Yeah.
And it was a song, na 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 na. I mean,
remember.
You know, I'm not a fan of the song, but if it makes you happy, then listen away.
Mm-hmm.
We get you like a bit of air guitar and a bit of like headbanging in that one. It's a weird song. I mean, it was a joke entry, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, Austria tends to like they don't always send joke entries, but they were kind of the first ones to send a joke entry back with was it called Boom Boom Bangering or Boom Boom Boomerang in the 70s,
Mhm.
where it was just all nonsensical words.
I
Is
don't
that
think
the
I've
one?
ever heard
Have
that.
you seen a clip of this one? Is that where they had like and they had
They
faces on the?
Oh,
Oh, I
exactly.
know the one.
Yeah.
Schmetterling or something.
That's right.
Schmetterlinger.
Schmetterling.
Yeah. We've got some good suggestions in the live. Simon, you're saying Monsters by Sarah Alto.
love that one.
That's a good one.
That
was
song
my
always
one.
reminds me of something, and Jess knows what it reminds me of, but we can't say it.
Do I?
Remember we were talking about that song once. I don't even know if Stuart knows about this, but I'm going to send Stuart. We have a little video. You can't say it. Don't say it. Do you remember
You're gonna
when we were in
have
Lisbon? We were in Lisbon and we were talking about Sarah Alto's dress.
Oh my god.
Ah,
Yeah. All of you wondering, I'm not able to repeat what Andy said, but rest assured it was
it was
kind of funny.
a total accident. It was a total accident, and I think legally Jess is not allowed to say what I said.
Yeah.
Anyway, Yusuf, thank you for coming back into our lives. Isolation Nation, where have you been, Yusuf? Probably working from home. Want your Eurovision song to make you feel good tonight? Let's have a look. Serdian, will we react to requests during this time? Send us a message with whatever you want us to react to. I'm sure we can sort that out for you. Hey, Rye Bailey, how you doing? Thank you for coming back. Marky Mark, what do we think about you? Look, Rika's decision not to take part to the Norwegian final next year. You feel sorry for her. Stu, you were a big fan of Ulrika because you interviewed her.
Well, not only because I interviewed her, but also I think it was a really good entry for them. And I think that it was probably a very difficult decision for her to make. But I think that with this decision that's come down about this year's songs not being allowed for next year, it's forcing these musicians who might have the opportunity to come back to make a difficult decision. Because for her it was attention or nothing, because she really believed in this song, and I imagine that there are lots of artists that find themselves in the same predicament. So I'm certainly sad to not see her try again, but I understand why she would take that position. So yeah, I mean it's not great for this to be the case, but it's up to her, and I stand by her decision.
Thing is, Polly, a lot of artists are coming out with announcements now about whether they're taking part, whether they're going to take part in the national finals. We would still be celebrating like pre-parties and stuff. We wouldn't normally be expecting artist announcements until, maybe like September, October, November, the earliest. And now people are already coming out saying, "Oh no, I'm not taking part next year." I mean, things can change. We're talking, like 10 months before we'd normally start hearing who was taking part in national finals. I guess people can change their minds before then.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think especially with broadcasters down the line, they're making these decisions so early. I think down the line they could start to regret those decisions when they're not finding maybe the right person.
It's possible.
Obviously, Jess as well. Sorry, I think are we experiencing a bit of an internet connection?
Yeah, we can't really hear you that well.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to ask Jess something. I can't remember what I was going to ask her now. So we're talking about people potentially changing their minds. It is very early for countries to be announcing their artists, but I'm sure it's in response to cancellation. So they're just trying to keep spirits up and keep fans happy. Ulrika not taking her final spot. Yes.
I mean,
My mind's totally gone. I don't know what I'm saying.
I pretty much agree with everything. Everything Stuart said. Nearly forgot your name there. Sorry.
This guy.
It's on the screen, Jess.
I know. I have to read it off the screen. But yeah, I mean, it's sad that she feels that she doesn't want to come back, but at the same time, when you have the one song and you feel like there's no other song, then why would you come back?
Mm-hmm. And not only that, but she had, I can't actually remember what the order of events was, but she had worked with Kjetil Mørland, who of course we know from 2015, to work on this, and that was a very particular partnership, a very unique partnership that, you know, they might not be able to reproduce what they did with Attention. Mm-hmm. So it's a tremendous creative challenge to have to try that again, and also. One, you're going to have your song unfairly compared to the song that can't go. And two, you still have to compete and get the approval of your nation, which, as I think Daddy from Iceland pointed out, that might put you in an awkward spot where you feel like people are maybe giving you pity votes when you don't want that. Mm-hmm. You want it to be genuine votes because people like your song. And then two, if you don't get it, then it kind of feels, it's a bit embarrassing too. So I do really feel for a lot of these artists who find themselves in this spot.
Mm. I mean, obviously, after the announcement of the cancellation as well, we had a very fast announcement from the EBU about this year's songs not being able to take part. Now there's been a bit of a backlash as well. We've seen people involved in like heads of delegations even saying that they didn't agree with that decision, artists, lots of songwriters, producers. Everyone seems to have their opinion. This decision, which in my view was released too early. I understand why they released it early. It was so there wasn't kind of months of speculation about whether these songs, and it is, I guess, fairer on the songwriters letting them know straight away rather than leaving them guessing. But because there's been such a backlash with this, maybe is there potential that we can see the EBU changing their minds and maybe flexing the rules a little bit for next year? You think that's a possibility, maybe, and then we can see Ulrika come back with her song?
Well, I think that certainly, if enough pressure is put on them, then they might feel like they need to reverse the decision. If they're going to stick to it, I think that they need to outline better reasoning than this is in accordance with the rules, because that's really all that they've said in their official statement, which is like, I understand, and you know, obviously they're free to take whatever decision they want, but it just seems like these are exceptional circumstances. So, you know, let's consider that, and let's not act like these rules are some kind of like law that, you know, need to go through several levels of approval in order to change. This is a song contest. So either give us a more concrete reason as to why these songs can't go for next year, or, you know, maybe reconsider is what I think.
Yeah. I'm voting for you, Stu, as the next Jon Olasand. I think you do a great job. Someone, I think Simon was just saying that he's I assume it's a he, gutted for Ulrika. Attention was your number 2 of this year. And guys, we've got some more suggestions for feel-good songs as well. But before we go on to them, let's say hello to Onslow 70. Hello to you, Olympic. We've got Liviu Stankiu. Hey guys, hey Liviu, thank you for joining. The voice react is saying, I think our video is buffering slightly. Fortunately, because everyone is using platforms like YouTube, etc., you'll probably find that the quality of videos, not only on Idol but many others, might not be so good. I even noticed it when I was watching the news today. Obviously, Skype calling everyone, and sometimes the connection kept dropping out. So whilst I would love to say we'll fix it, there's not a lot we can do. So I'm really sorry if the quality isn't that great. But hey, the voice react. We've got ESC Matt in the live. Yusuf is saying that he feels, I've lost his comment, Yusuf feels sad for countries that have never won and had a shot at taking the crown. Iceland, Malta, Bulgaria. You wish there was an online version year instead. It's always going to be a case of like, what if, isn't it really? And we're all going to have to learn to live with that, unfortunately. let's see what happens. Maybe we will see some of these songs performed on the Eurovision stage next year. I've got my fingers crossed because there's a few, especially that I would love to see on stage in Rotterdam. I'm going to try this Polish chest. Chłopaki I... Oh, I can't even do that last word. But hello, Zen ESC. Thank you so much for joining us in Poland. We've got somewhere in Europe as well. Right, guys, let's go back because if you are just joining us, we've asked everyone to let us know their Eurovision song that makes you feel good. Jay Santos, Jess will love this one.
Oh, yes.
Knew it.
Good choice,
Knew
Jay
it.
Santos.
Your
My
favourite is
favourite
Something Like by
country ever.
Euroband. It's not one that I'm going to be dancing to, I'm afraid.
What?
Olympic Song Contest. You're saying the last minute of Zero Gravity and early Spirit Animal. So that was Estonia last year.
Oh, I think a few years ago, wasn't it?
A few years ago.
Yeah, but also 2000 and whatever, which is a great song. Do you know that one?
I didn't like it. Am I going to get loads of hate for saying I didn't like it very much?
Potentially.
I didn't
don't know.
like
We'll
it
find
that
out.
much either, Andy.
Huh?
I didn't like it that much either.
Right, Polly, you get the deciding vote.
I liked it after about 10 listens.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's not good enough for Eurovision. Oh, Marky Mark. Love it.
Oh yeah, of course.
That has to make everyone feel good. Serdian, Dum Tek Tek. ESC Mangro will be happy with that one. It's your all-time favourite Eurovision song. Have we said hello to Euroboy 4?
I don't know. I don't remember.
But hey, Kalispera, Euroboy 4. Karen's wants to know what is our... Yusuf. Feke Lebi is a good ethnobop. Yes. Joanne Johnson, you're choosing the Ruksa and the Russian Grannies.
Ooh, interesting mix.
Oh, the Russian Grannies were so cute. Yours is Kingdom Come from Anna. I know who else is going to like that one.
I love you, Anne, for that comment.
Olympic. Sorry. So you live. So you're Croat from Herzegovina. Okay. You do partly live in Dalmatia, not close to Zagreb. Only one death because of the earthquake. Well, I'm sorry to hear about any deaths due to the earthquake. That is really sad, and we are always sending love to. Well, let's just say that region of the world, because even Albania as well has been victim to some. So much love to you guys over in the Balkans. Sima's got a good choice. Yodel it.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Yodel it. Tali's Karma. I don't even think that's a big guilty pleasure. That was a great song.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it's got kind of that interesting balance between classic Italian music, but with modern context. So yeah, I think it was a good one.
And Francesco is an absolute star. Such a personality, so charismatic.
Yeah, totally.
Always enjoy watching him perform. I don't want to answer this incorrectly, but I think the Eurovision CD is still going ahead this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's due to be released on the 8th of May.
Mm-hmm. And I think pre-orders are. Don't quote me on this, but I think the pre-orders are ready, potentially.
Oh, well, check it out. I mean, the thing is, lots of people are wanting the CD right now, aren't they? Obviously, because it kind of feels like that whole 2020 season has finished. Mm-hmm. We wouldn't normally be getting the CD for like another few weeks, at least. So obviously, preparations for the CD would have been in place quite a while ago. And the songs were only finalised on the. We only had Russia's song on the 12th, I think. So we're talking a couple of weeks away. So probably still a little time to wait for the CD. Buy it because it supports. I don't know if they get any money from it, but it shows support for this year's artists, and that we're not going to forget the songs. Let's have a look. We want more of your feel-good songs, guys. Karen's wants to know. What is our favourite joke entry of all time?
I feel like I would know my answer, like an hour ago from now, but because we're asked about it, I've completely forgotten. Maybe Hataru Munsigra from last year.
Oh yeah, actually,
Yeah.
I think mine has to be Verka
Okay.
because it just puts a big smile on my. I'm trying to think of some joke entries.
Lithuania 2010 is mine. Eastern European funk.
That's a good one.
Oh,
Get up and dance to that Eastern European get up. And those gold or silver hot pants, whatever they were wearing.
Amazing.
I don't know if that's my favorite joke entry, but I think that's my favorite Lithuanian song ever.
I love Lithuania's song from 2006. We are the winners.
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah.
are. We are.
Oh yes, that one makes you feel happy to watch as well.
And also Latvia's song from 2008, Wolves of the Sea.
Oh, the Pirates one?
Yeah.
What about like Doridos? Is that a joke entry? The performance
No, I don't
was
think
joke.
so.
It was like
I don't think
funny,
so.
but no.
I love it anyway, though.
Oh yeah, so do I. Yeah, I think mine has to be Verka. If you can call Verka's a joke entry, isn't it? It's not serious.
Yeah.
Entry. So yeah, I'm going for Verka. And also, who was the Spanish guy that did it? Robocop. That one.
Rodolfo Piccolo Padre. Baila o Chiqui Chiqui.
Baila el Chiqui Chiqui.
Yes.
Uno, el breaking dance.
Dos.
Oh, I love it. Love it. I love it.
Tres. El Macareason.
Guys, let us know your favourite. Well, there you go, Karen's. Karen's, what is your favourite joke entry? Let's have a look. Oh, there's so many comments tonight. I can't keep up. Was this the year of goodbye for Jon Ola Sand? It was his last year, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping they'll do something next year, honour him, because they probably would have made a big deal out of that at the contest this year, I'm sure. So I'm pretty sure they will do something. He'll be invited like as the guest of honour. Oh, please, Clara, because she's such a huge Jon Ola Sand fan as well. She calls him the daddy of Eurovision, and he is. Like, he's a face that we've all kind of. He keeps us calm. It's like knowing he's there, everything's under control, you know. And he's had some tough decisions to deal with over the years as well. You know, I think there was uncertainty around Ukraine's host city a couple of years ago. Was there? I think there's some other things that he's had to deal with over the years. I can't remember what they are. A couple of years where there's been issues with host city. Ukraine kept changing, wasn't it? And they weren't sure.
And then I think there were problems in Tel Aviv as well with money and stuff. And
yeah, I remember. Anyway, so he's ridden those waves. As to where we are now, it's just a shame that his last year was cancelled, but obviously it's nothing to do with him. I think you guys were talking about this last night. Five for Luxembourg.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what we said, but basically, like, people are always asking for Luxembourg to come back because it's been a long time for them, and they won a few times as well, right? With I can remember Anne-Marie David. 5 times, yeah. So there you go. So I understand why people want them back, but it just doesn't seem like the interest is there on behalf of the broadcaster. So I don't know. Just keep praying, keep petitioning, I guess. Maybe it'll make a difference.
I'm sure Anne-Marie David started a petition as well at one point, or she was trying to get RTL to bring it back. Chesh. Monica Pick, thank you so much. We always love seeing you in our lives every night. Thank you so much. Voice React, hey Polly, you are new to me.
Hey.
Polly's been with us a while, so hopefully you get to know her face. Olympic says Montenegro has to send Andrea Demirovic. Oh, I mean,
would love to see her back.
Yeah, her song last year was probably my favourite in Montevideo. Pure class. Although we did end up getting D-Mile and we fell in love with them as a group. So yeah, would love to see her back. Did you know that song, Stu, from last year?
I definitely heard a clip of it, but I can't recall it, so I'd have to hear it again. Because I know that there was only like 6 or so songs from that selection, right? It wasn't a very big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely heard it.
Sarah O'Halloran, your mum still gets annoyed when you talk about Stefania. What should you do? Why don't you try writing it down, Sarah? Because that's always a good way to get your thoughts out onto paper. Maybe if your mum's getting a bit annoyed, try writing it down. Maybe write notes to yourself about how much you love Stefania. So that's my advice. Hopefully it's good advice. Well, yes, Yusuf, we won't get to say goodbye to the daddy. Well, he didn't say the daddy. I say the daddy. You're on the sand. Somewhere into you. How's your day been? Somewhere in Europe. Thank you for coming back. Let's have a look. ESC Matt. All right, the stream is going okay. So there might have been some buffering before, guys. But like I said, the whole internet is overloaded at the moment with everyone at home. Let's have a look. Sarah, you're saying Like It by Xena is a good feel-good song. Serjan wants Andorra to come back.
Me too.
Well, so that seems to be the most probable country to return, because they've actually said that they're looking into it financially, and I think that they made that announcement at the end of last year, which would have been too soon to obviously come for 2020, but maybe we could see them in 2021, and then if not, then 2022 if it ends up being financially doable. And I think that they said that they were going to try and partner with the Catalan broadcaster, because obviously Catalonia has been trying to become an EBU member, but because they're still part of Spain, they can't really do that. But it would be a good way to get artists, like, you know, maybe even the Catalan language to come back to Eurovision.
Oh, guys, I've got another feel-good song.
What's that?
Oh, hold on. It's Live You. Hey Mama by Sunstroke Project. Oh,
yeah.
It is a feel-good song, Live You. Thank you. Forgot about that one. Ended up being my favourite song from 2017.
Oh,
Me
yeah?
too.
The live performance changed everything for that song, didn't it? Anyone?
Yeah,
I mean, it was like no one was talking about it really until the rehearsals, until the semi-finals, and then Moldova ended up coming third with the song that no one was rating really before the contest. What a great story! And you know, I got to see it live. The performance was fun. Sunstroke Project are really charismatic. They had fantastic backing vocalists. All came together as a group at the end. Freaking wedding dresses that got ripped off like halfway through. Absolutely loved it. So yeah, my favourite from 2017. Guys, how did you feel about Hey Mama? Hey Mama. Hey Mama.
I liked it. I think it was the right way to follow up after you've been turned into a meme, because, you know, with the epic sax guy and how they had him like duplicated a million times in the background. I thought it was a really smart move, and it really paid off because they came in third. So yeah, and it's a fun song, of course, too.
yeah, I love the song.
it was
Yeah,
my
but
winner
I'm
for that year.
I'm going to put it on after this. And I was my Moldovan friend was actually with me at Eurovision that year, and it's the first time he'd been to Eurovision. And obviously he was in the arena when Sunstroke Project came third, which was amazing for him as well. So I've always got great memories of that song. ESC Matt Love Moldova 2018. So Doridos as well. Yeah, they were on a little bit of a roll, weren't they, for those couple of years? And then last year it all went wrong.
Yeah.
They've qualified this year.
That's a good question, because this was it was a Kirkorov project. So I think that it could have really, like, I think the song was probably hit or miss with people, but it could have been saved by good staging, kind of like Doridos was. So I don't actually know.
It really grown on me, actually. So I wasn't a huge fan when I first heard it. Actually, when you listen to the studio version, like, it's got a really good melody. It's slightly, you know, there's nothing amazing about the melody, but there's certain parts of the song that are slightly different. She was absolutely beautiful. Well,
Yeah.
Claudia interviewed her for Eurovox in Romania. Came across as a really lovely person. Was really looking forward to the experience. So hopefully Moldova will send I can't remember what her name. It's really bad.
Natalia
Gordienko. Hopefully, she will get a chance to represent Moldova next year. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure she will. And someone was asking, who do we want? Who would? Oh, Karen's wants to know if Hungary came back. What they do. Who would we want to see?
I mean, the only Hungarian
I'd like to
artists
see
I know are
Hungary.
ones that have gone to Eurovision. So if I had to pick a Eurovision artist, I would go for maybe Yotsi Papai again, or however you say his name, or maybe the one who sang that song "Running." I keep on running,
who I was
running.
Mm.
But I can't remember his name.
Is it Anders Calais Sanders? I think Saunders.
Oh yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I would be happy to see either of those people come back for Hungary if Hungary rejoins Eurovision. The thing is, I really liked Adele as a selection because they had a lot of really modern songs and they always seem to bring something different. So to me, it's kind of nice not knowing who it's going to be because I feel like, whether it's AWS or Yossi Papoy, it's something that stands out, and I usually enjoy it. So yeah.
Boggy, Boggy back.
Oh, I love that song. It's one of my
He's so
favorites.
cute.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Adele, or I might have this muddled up with Romania. Was there like a song someone called Oliver? It was like a ballad, but then it didn't get through. That was Adele, I think.
Was Romania.
No?
That was Romania.
Was it Romania?
Yeah.
And like the video was white.
Yeah,
Something
a couple
to
of
do with
years ago.
windmills or something. Mm-hmm. You know which one I'm talking about. Okay, so that's Romania. I'm sure there was an Adele song that I really liked that was like a ballad. No, maybe you are right. It might have been. It was like a rocky one in Adele last year.
You're gonna have to be real descriptive.
proper like rock. Oh, if Clara was here, she would know. I'm going to have to go through all the Adele songs and Romanian songs from last year. Are you sure it was Romania, Jess? I'm sure it was Adele. So. I'm sure it was Adele. Anyway, maybe you guys in the live can help me out. You know what my knowledge and my memory is like. Let's have a look. Right, Bailey. We were big AWS fans. Actually, they were great guys. So much fun. I would love to see them back. Right, but maybe it's not your style of music. Yes, this was it, Karen's. This was like the rock song that I was talking about. I'm pretty sure that's it. So, guys. Karen's, let me know. Is that the rock song that I'm thinking of? I'm pretty sure it is. Emo, do you work for the... tell us what you do, Emo. I was outside clapping last night. I know Jess was and Polly was as well. And I'm sure Stuart was doing it in Canada, or maybe not. But for those of you that don't know, similar to what they've done in Spain and Italy and some other countries, in the UK, everyone was clapping from their windows for our National Health Service, the hospital workers, cleaners, essential workers, people that are working in shops, carers. It was quite an emotional moment, I think. And the sound outside my flat was crazy. People in their horns. It was a really beautiful moment. So, Emo, let us know what you do, what your job is. Would love to know if you work for the NHS or if you work in one of these other essential roles in the shops, with the police, with the emergency services. Maybe you're a carer, maybe you're a cleaner. We're relying on all these people to get us through this horrible situation, and you're our heroes. All heroes don't necessarily wear capes, is all I'm going to say. So thank you, Emo, and I'm glad you feel pumped. Yes. But Simon wants to know, did anyone watch Adele this year? I don't think any of us had time.
Yeah. I wish I did because I heard the clips of the songs and I thought there was a lot of really good ones. So I think after this, I'm going to listen back to them. And I remember seeing the one that won, and that was quite a good one, but I have to refresh my memory on it.
Emo, you're a doctor in the NHS,
Oh.
so I think you're amazing, and thank you for everything that you're doing, and also Yusuf as well. Do you work for the NHS as well, Yusuf? Um, whatever you do, I know that it's only really essential workers that should be leaving home to go out. Teachers as well. I forgot to mention that still have to keep schools open for the children of NHS workers and other key workers. So we literally owe everything to you guys. A bit overwhelmed actually that you're watching the video and we get to talk to you directly because other than clapping last night, I don't know many people that work in the NHS. So thank you for joining us and for allowing us to show our gratitude to you. Let's have a look. We've got Jake Mason in the live. Who do we think? What do we think of the Daddy News? He will only go for internally selected. So I think it was you, Stuart, that had a really good point to make about that people don't want a pity vote and there's a risk that they might get it if they were to go for a national election.
Yeah, well, and this is exactly what Daddy had said about this, and I totally understand his point. So hopefully, because I think that Iceland rarely comes across songs and artists that have this kind of an impact. So hopefully they'll make that decision and choose him internally. It's still going to be hard because he still has to come up with a new song, and again, there's that unfair comparison to the song that never ended up going. But I mean, his song was certainly one of my favorites, and I would have been very happy if it won. So on a personal level, I would certainly want him to come back internally selected. I don't know how you guys feel.
I feel the same as you.
I agree with Stuart, definitely. I'd love to see him. I feel like, because he's one of the favourites, obviously, this year to win, I feel like he deserves a chance to go ahead and try and prove himself again next year. Definitely.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm sure that he could come back with the song. I know we've talked a lot about people not being able to make their songs and what they had. Like I can't imagine anything more special than Is Getting Sober by Victoria, or anything more special than Django's song. Iceland wasn't my favourite song, and I'm sure he could come back with something even better if he was to come back next year. So, you know, I would love all the artists to come back and have a shot.
I think the key is, as we were talking about earlier with Sunstroke Project, is that if you kind of have a meme song, then you have to up the ante a little bit and take that concept and make it even crazier. So let's see. I hope that he does come back.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
I was just reading a comment and I was about to put it and I've lost it. I can't find it. It was Rye Bailey, I think. Here it is. Rye Bailey wants to know, what song from this year do we skip on Spotify? Australia. Sorry, Stu.
I mean, sorry, Stu, but I would skip that one too, along with Armenia.
Go ahead, Polly.
I'm really sorry, but
did you say Australia too?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, look, that's fine. That's fine. I'll be the one person that sticks up for that song. Look,
I admire your love and your admiration for that.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, there's songs that I don't listen to the full playlist. I make playlists of my own. So there's certainly songs that don't exist in that playlist, but I'd rather not. Like, I mean, tends to be so much negativity with people that don't like songs. So I'm gonna pass on that one. So sorry.
Jess, close your eyes. Close them. That's what ESC Matt would skip.
Well, everyone has their own opinion.
Serdian is telling us, oh, Vincent's coming back for Austria.
Yay.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
He's got crazy dance moves, that guy. Would love to. Have you seen his video, like how he moves his legs in the video?
Yeah,
I would love to have a dancing lesson with him. Oh, Liviu, who would we like to see for Romania next year if Roxanne isn't selected? don't know a huge number of Romanian artists.
I would be happy to see Ina, but I think
I
she's
was
too
just
big
about
and
to
too
say
famous.
Ina.
Me too.
I'd love to see Ina.
I would also love to see Alina Eremia, who sang a junior Eurovision in 2005. Also maybe Ilinka, but without the guy, I forgot his name. And just
I love it
solo.
without the guy.
I mean, the guy was great, but like, it would be cool to see her yodeling away again. I just like yodeling.
Go on, have a little yodel, Jess. Go on.
I cannot yodel to save my life, so I'll spare your eardrums.
We all get one pass today.
So Yusuf, best music video this year.
Russia.
Bulgaria.
Azerbaijan.
Bulgaria's was good, yeah. I don't know if I think I have to go with Iceland on this one because that one just made me like die laughing. The music video in my opinion, makes the whole experience even funnier.
Germany's video I liked as well this year,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Armenia's was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Bulgaria's was just beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. What else? Oh,
My favorite was
I think of some other-
Azerbaijan
also Latvia.
Oh yes.
and Lithuania.
Yeah.
This video.
What's that?
Bulgaria has to be the best video for me, I think.
Yeah. So
What other countries?
I like Czech Republic's
I
video.
quite like. Yeah, the one. They released a new video. Czech, but was it just a revamp?
No, it was just the revamp. It was the same video, but it had this kind of inverting camera effect that was going on throughout it, and it was kind of like a big party, and this was very stylish. And one thing that was really cool about the Czech selection overall was that I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was a running theme of origami. So all of the videos had some kind of origami in it.
No.
Yeah. So watch all 7 of them back, and you'll see there's origami placed somewhere. And so in Benny's video, he had a little earring with a crane.
I thought that was like his earring. I remember saying, "Oh, I love his earring."
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so like it.
Earring.
Well, I mean, it could be. It could be that he just conveniently had one, but you can tell if you look back, you'll see that it's very on purpose. Sorry, the words are escaping me right now.
Ah, I can't remember what the question was now. What were we talking about?
Music videos.
Video.
Oh, the other one was Malta's video was really good because it had like the parkour people. And she looked absolutely stunning. I mean, she's stunning anyway. I thought she looked amazing in that video. And it kind of had like the move. I can't remember what the words are at the start, but it was like we've seen that in a few videos this year, haven't we? Like these kind of spoken intros.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we see that more. You probably know more about videos than I do, Stu, but we see that a lot more with kind of artists, not just Eurovision artists, but will make kind of short movie clips as their music video now, rather than like with huge gaps in between, like where the song's even broken up all the way through and it goes to like some live action shot or some acted parts. I don't know what the words are for that, but I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's something that we've been seeing for a while. I mean, it was kind of all of these modern things that we see in music videos can kind of be traced back to Michael Jackson, because he was the one who really introduced cinematic music videos with stories that felt like self-contained movies. All you have to do is think of Thriller, and it has all those things that you mentioned. But yeah, I mean, it's something that you see coming up in Eurovision as well. So yeah.
Guys, I think it's probably time. We've been here 45 minutes now, so we need to
Oh,
wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining us today. Come back tomorrow night because we've been doing these lives every day, and it's been quite tough for us. We'll be totally honest, but we've loved coming and interacting with you guys. So we are going to switch it up a bit. We're not going to be going live every single night. 8 p.m, 9 p.m. Central European time. We will still be going live regularly. So we will put out some advanced announcements of when we're going live. And we hope you can come back and join us. We also hope that we've been helpful to you over the past couple of weeks, as well as you have been to us. So yeah, you've really helped us settle into our kind of temporarily new ways of lives in isolation or lockdown. And so thank you to you guys for that. Thank you to Stuart. Thank you to the beautiful Jess, the beautiful Polly. Polly, I'm going to give you one more Eurovision feel-good song, and it's allowed to be Estonian this time. What should we go and listen to now?
I'm going to say Estonia 2019. That always lifts my spirits.
Mhm.
Hey, Victor Crone. So there you go, guys. Go and stream Victor Crone now. Show him some support. Storm, wasn't it? Storm.
Yep.
One storm or more storms? How many storms?
Storm. It's just one storm.
Storm.
One storm. One storm.
well, it doesn't matter how many storms there are because storms don't last forever. So,
well, there you go. And what a fitting song for the time we're living through now. So, guys, we will see you tomorrow for our last daily live. Look forward to seeing you then. And many times thereafter. So, night, guys. See ya.
Good night.
bye.
Bye.